He only got $10 million out of it. I cannot wait to see this man's downfall. Hello you guys, my name is Joe. Welcome to the channel of Delusional Theories, where I discuss delusional theories that sometimes, guys, sometimes come true. I review a lot of TV shows on this channel and a few extra ones on my Patreon, so be sure to check that out and leave me a like, it helps me a lot. Okay, most important part of the Weird family so far. The guy is going down. So it's become clear by this conversation on the phone that him and his friend, that he helped his friend out. It was a favor by bribing people, laundering money with the government of Brunei, potentially, and now the feds are coming after him. His friend's house was raided, he knows he's screwed, and he's considering, yeah. So this is gonna be interesting, and I think this changes my idea of the ending a lot, because to me it sounds plausible that the reason why there would be shooting in the resort would be when the police capture him. I don't know if they can go after him if he is in a different country. I guess it depends on like the protocols that the countries have with each other. He's in Thailand. I don't know if the American police can go get him in Thailand while he is in Thailand. But I think that's plausible, that the scene we see at the very end is going to be him being captured by the police. But in here, we already have some more complicated dynamics, because who heard the freaking call? The superhero bodyguard, right? And he already did some superhero bodyguarding shit before, and he got rewarded from it by getting the attention of the woman he likes. So now upon hearing this man screaming to his phone, "I will kill you," baby boy superhero bodyguard is going to be thinking, oh, here's an opportunity for me to be a superhero again and get more of her attention again. Bet you, baby boy bodyguard is gonna have his eyes out on the dad from the Weird family, the criminal dad from the Weird family, and something is going to unfold between them. I just hope my man, baby boy superhero bodyguard, does not come to harm. But you know what I mentioned in the intro analysis, that he was going to be like this protector type? It's kind of already manifesting a little bit, but I mean, he's a guard, so that's his job. So that's no brilliance there. But just to put it out there, those two people who robbed the resort's jewelry store, bet you those two were the bodyguards we met before. They had to have been workers at the resort to know, like, where to go, where the jewelry store was. Bet you. However, another theory that I thought of involves the old guy. I'm gonna talk about it later, but just keep it in mind. The robbery happened, bodyguard was a superhero bodyguard overheard criminal dad. But what else do we learn about this family, this freaky ass weird family? The mother constantly high. I cannot believe that the thing we see, the frame we see in the introduction of the show, in the intro, in the theme song intro of the show, actually corresponds to what happens, because the girl is always high. And when one of the friends came up to her to the table, being like, hey, we met each other in a previous life or something, 10 years ago in a brunch, baby shower, she seemed so, like, I was thinking, was she too high to remember meeting her? But no, she does remember her. She's just a snob about it. Like what she said about the actress, that actresses are basically prostitutes. Like, she's cosplaying a Karen so well. Like, this is the funniest Karen in existence. The mother from the Weird family is by far one of my favorite characters, because she's so detestable, so absolutely annoying, it becomes funny. Like, that actress is acting. And while they are being the chaotic selves that they are within this family, the dad, like, trying to get in contact with everyone because it could potentially be, you know, the subject of a criminal investigation. He literally says, we are on the opposite side of civilization. Like, this is what I was saying in my intro analysis, that rich white people that go vacation to exotic places call it like, the other side of civilization. Like, we're here amongst savages. I'm appreciating the fact that the discourse is being included, even if it's just a little bit, because that's what I felt like the introduction was like leaning towards. Let's see. But yeah, then we get a few more development for the kids. The eldest son is still just a horned up dude bro who takes Adderall and protein and probably steroids. And he's a horrible influence on his brother. And literally the only healthy relationship that exists within that family dynamic is the two younger siblings. Like, they are the only two people who seem to have a decent, respectful relationship. But then the younger brother is being influenced by his idiot ass brother and starts being weird towards his sister. I mean, she was freaked out that her older brother thinks about her in that way, that thinks she's hard and thinks about her sex life. She was freaked out with reason. That family is so weird. And then at dinner, that was that conversation about ladyboys. And I don't know, it felt like the whole family was making a joke out of it. But then the younger sibling, it felt like he was curious, in a sexual way. I don't know. I feel like it might be one of those characters where he may be questioning sexuality or something like that, and then he doesn't feel comfortable talking about it to anyone because his entire family is messed up. I feel like that's what's coming for him. And I also saw a few memes online of people being like, yeah, the older brother is in love with the sister, but then the younger brother is in love with the older brother. Listen, I know they are just jokes, but the incestual tones are there. And she's noticing it, and she does not like it. But yeah, then we see, we see baby girl, daughter of the weird family meditating in the resort, and this creepy ass old man the whole time, the whole freaking class, all the way to the pyramid position, just looking at her, checking her out. Like, men genuinely think they can do whatever they want. Like, side note here, but I've been feeling pretty scared about the world recently because, hello. And today I was reading an article with a bit of a different opinion, like with a hopeful opinion that this is kind of the last cry of the patriarchy, like the last effort of the patriarchy, like it's dying, it's clearly dying, and it noticed it's dying, so it's like doing the last push to try to survive. Let's hope. But yeah, that is the core of the weird family. Dad is in big trouble. Mom is high all the time, sleeping, not giving two shits about life. Oldest son is just always trying to have sex somehow, always horned up. Middle daughter is freaked out by her weird ass family at all times and is trying to, meditate. And the younger sibling is confused as hell and taking the wrong directions from the older brother. Let's continue to the age gap couple. Guys, weirdest thing happened in this episode. I kinda like this couple. Is anyone with me? Did anyone feel like maybe they are cute? Maybe they are cute. I feel like he's supposed to be in his 40s and she's supposed to be in their 20s, early 30s. So it's like one of those 15, 17, 18 age gap relationships. They're kind of cute. And also the old dude from the age gap relationship. I'm so sorry, guys. I will learn the names of no one. I know Belinda's name and it's enough. It's enough to know her name. She clearly is the main character because, well, I talked about it in my intro analysis. Anyway. What's up with this old dude in the age gap relationship? Because he's looking at the owner the whole time. When the owner mentions that she's going to Bangkok to reunite with her husband, the guy is like, yeah, I'm going to Bangkok too. And he looks at her kind of with a sad expression in his face, kind of like with a painful expression. He doesn't seem to want to do harm to them. He seems to be like in pain, like he's mourning something, or I don't know. I can't explain it. But like the thing that I was thinking about was because he revealed to the meditation lady that he went to have a session with, he revealed to her that his mother died of an overdose when he was 10, and his father died before he was born because he was murdered by someone. And they wouldn't have mentioned that if it was for nothing. Like, it has to mean something. And what I'm thinking is, were these two couple, like the owner and her husband, involved in the murder of his father? Because he has money, right? He has a lot of money. He's supposedly rich. Where did it come from? Was he like a self-made billionaire? We know those don't exist. So what happened? Where did his money come from? How is he related to the owner of this big ass resort, part owner? And why does he look so sad looking at her? Because I was thinking, oh, he's in love with her husband. But then I was reviewing this stuff, and it's like, her husband is like in his 80s probably, and he's like in his 40s. I don't think that's a fair theory. I think I was just hallucinating when I said that, but something is up. And in my mind, I was thinking, oh, this guy is their son. But no, he's not their son because his parents are dead and they're aging and he's not. That could still work out. He could be adopted. Anyway, my other theory about the old dude is he tells the meditation lady that he's stressed all the time. That actually he uses a pretty decent metaphor, but a flawed one. He says that if no one ever puts gas in a tank, there's never going to be gas in the tank and the car is never going to run, meaning that he was never loved or cared for. So what does he have to live for if he never felt that? And it's like, it's a flawed metaphor because people aren't born with zero amount of love. Like, they can produce love they can have a lot to give even if they are not given a lot. And yeah, something happened to him. He doesn't seem dangerous or harmful in any way. He just seems lost. And actually, the relationship between them, sometimes between him and his girlfriend, kind of feels like the relationship between like a daughter and her senile father who needs to go to all these treatments and refuses to, so she has to care for him. It's a weird dynamic. They are kind of a cute couple, but I'm like, honestly, this dude is the one that I'm the most curious about in this entire season so far, because why does he look so sad and why is it related to the owner of the resort? So my other theory about this is that maybe he knows the owners or he knows the husband of the owner of the resort, and all of the stress that he might be feeling maybe is because baby boy does not have as much money as he's saying. And I was thinking, what if he was behind the robbery? Could that be possible? Because when he came to hug his girlfriend, I don't know, I can't decipher this actor's like expressions, but he didn't look worried for her. He looked worried like in general about what happened. Could it be that he was responsible or partly behind this robbery? Is he actually broke? Does he know the husband of the owner of the resort? Is he going there to ask for money? I don't know. I don't feel like that's what's happening. I don't feel like this is about money because the way he looks at them, it's like he pities them or he's sorry for them, or I don't know. I'm so curious about this. And in the introduction, he's the guy in the tower. And from this video analysis of the drawings that I saw, the guy in the tower is probably vigilant, looking out for danger to come to the resort. So is he in the know of something that is going to happen at the resort? Is he in the know about, I don't know, someone who's coming to rob them, assassinate them, someone who's coming to start a criminal investigation into them? I don't know. I feel like he knows something is coming. That's what I feel like he knows. He knows something is coming. And it would make sense with this frame in the credits. And speaking about the robbery, another detail that I was like, was the freaking lizard, because in the credit scene, we have this image of a lizard going inside the resort and a person outside, like kind of maybe ignoring that the lizard is going inside the resort. So I'm thinking, is the lizard supposed to be this robbery, these two people who performed a robbery? They didn't perform like a play, who committed a robbery. And is the guard outside meant to represent someone who just purposefully let them in? Because I feel like the guard outside in the frame represents the superhero bodyguard in love with the staff member, right? Anyway, I thought that was interesting. And I don't know, I also feel like this robbery was made to test the resort rather than to rob the gold, because they seemed pretty aimless at what they were trying to rob. And I'm thinking, was this like a test run for a bigger thing? I mean, surely the resort must have a coffin? A safe. Sorry, in Portuguese, a safe is cofre. So coffin. The resort must have a safe, right? I don't know, maybe I'm just hallucinating, but it felt like a test run. And then the three friends. My guys, this was... We see friend number 1 and friend number 2 shit-talking friend number 3, and then in the next day we see friend number 2 and friend number 3 shit-talking friend number 1. The thing that is different is their reactions. Like, friend number 3 was screaming and crying, drinking wine, and friend number 1 was just like, oh, who cares? I paid for the vacation anyway. I feel like when friend number 1 and friend number 3 shit talk friend number 2 will confront them for sure. She's the kind of person to be like, you fake ass friends. I can't wait for that. But I don't know, I feel like the friends are having more of a B plot to the whole thing. I feel like the stakes really are with the weird family and the age gap relationship. Oh, and by the way, I was forgetting about this, but the age gap relationship had dinner with Assassin Guy and his new boo, and I was wrong. She isn't rich, he is rich, and she was just, I guess, a sex worker that he picked up in Dubai or something. And they don't get along, clearly. He's just with her because she's young and she's with him because he has money. Or are they? Or is this another plot? Because, okay, a very insane delusional theory here, guys. Stay with me. This is gonna be insane. But if the robbery was a test run, if the old dude in the age gap relationship knows that something is coming and could have been behind or working with the people who did the robbery, could he also be working with the bald assassin guy and his sex worker girlfriend to pull some job at the resort? Because they are at the resort managed by one of the owners. Could this be like a whole thing and the girlfriend is completely out of the plot? Like the sex education girlfriend is completely out of the plot and doesn't know it's happening. Or at least they don't think she knows it's happening. Is this why the lady from the mountain befriended the age gap girlfriend? But while they are at dinner, Belinda, baby girl Belinda, sees the bald assassin guy. She sees him and she's like, oh, can't be. Couldn't possibly. She is literally in the frame of the introduction. She is the bird looking at the crocodile and just pretending she doesn't see him. Baby girl, you are looking at the crocodile. Please notice him. I was like, yes, yes, yes. She saw him. She's going to do something. But no. She's in a great place. She's learning a lot. She's having a hot buddy to teach her. She didn't see a thing. Didn't see a thing. Remember what I said about her kind of looking like the blonde crazy lady? What's her name? Jennifer Coolidge. Like she was emulating certain aspects of her character as Belinda. I see it, show. I see it. And about the workers, we find out some interesting information that they participate in the artistic shows, in the singing and dancing and instrument playing. That's cute, I guess. We have a little bit of romance between the two staff lovebirds, where the girl doesn't seem too interested, but then, as I said, when he becomes superhero bodyguard, she becomes partial to him. Let's put it like that. So yeah, I see superhero bodyguard in the future risking his life to be a superhero once again and try to impress the girl, and potentially getting hurt in the process. I see the takedown of the weird family guy. I see the takedown of the weird family guy with the mom sleeping in the next room. I see the three friends turning against each other and having a big blowout, big fight in front of everyone. I see the sex education age gap girlfriend figuring out whatever is going on with her boyfriend and just shutting it off. Because this is the thing that I wanted to discuss from the introduction, from the intro scenes. The tiger that we see attacking the deer is in the shot, in the frame, with this actress's name, the girlfriend from the age gap relationship, the sex education actress. She is the tiger leopard thing. And she has, oh my God, guys, I was forgetting this. She has snake eyes. Again, I'm getting these details from that video I mentioned. I'm going to link it down below. The leopard tiger thing has snake eyes. And I talked about the significance of the freaking snakes in my last video, the intro analysis. Medusa, snakes for hair, protection from women against dirty men. And in this episode, we see baby girl sex education actress age gap relationship girlfriend. I'm gonna learn their names for the next review, okay? I'm gonna learn their names. She almost buys a snake choker. So we start to see the snake references in the TV show. And what I said in my intro analysis is that maybe the snakes were like symbolism for women protecting against predatory men. And in the introduction, this tiger figure that we see paired in the same frame as this actress's name has snake eyes. And then we see this tiger kind of attacking the bodyguard. Don't know what that means, but then we see the tiger biting off the deer, and this guy from this video analyzing the Thai drawings art said that deer in this type of art represent illusion. So what if that means that the age gap relationship girlfriend with her snake eyes protection bites off the deer, meaning that she uncovers whatever the hell her boyfriend is doing there, kills off the illusion of their relationship, or maybe the secrets he's keeping from her, and that's what that means. And then the dogs, not sure. Not sure what that means. And also another thing from that video is that the monkeys are supposed to be the good guys. The monkeys are supposed to be fighting alongside the people, but they seem like they are the antagonists in the introduction because they seem to be attacking the resort. They seem to be attacking the women up the tower. So what if this is the show's way of telling us whoever you think are the good guys, whoever look like the good guys, they are not. They are not the good guys and they are dangerous. Or could it mean whoever you think is protecting you at the resort, the bodyguards or whatever, are not actually protecting you? They are part of the scheme to rob the resort. Because what I mentioned before, I think the two bodyguards we saw in the previous episode could have been the ones who who committed the robbery. And we also see the names of friend number 2 and friend number 3 right at the beginning, which I forgot to mention. I didn't notice it, I guess. And I think the most interesting thing about that is that they are mentioned way before the name of the actress, almost like there's something separating them from one another. And we already see that the actress's reaction to them gossiping about her is very different. Like her attitude towards it is very different from her friend's attitude. And we also know that she's the one who's paying for the vacation. We clearly know that she's the one with the most power in the relationship. So I feel like that could symbolize a detachment between them because they're going to rupture at some point. They're going to have a fight and the friendship is going to be in danger at some point. And I think it's interesting that even in the credit scene, she is presented like with a distance from her friends. Could this mean that by the end of this resort, their friendship is going to be over, and especially is going to be over between friend number 2 and 3 and friend number 1? And then we get a few more references to this monkey thing. And I don't know that I can make a lot of sense of the monkey references. They have to have a logic. I mean, we see a lot of monkeys in the trees. We see a lot of mentions to like the monkey brain. Now I'm going to mention a few others. The introduction features monkeys, which in the original like art are supposed to be protectors, are supposed to protect the people, but then in the art we see in the show appear to be antagonists. And then in this episode we see friend number 3 surprising friend number 1, number 2, and one of the friends says, "Shit, I thought it was a monkey." So we have this one reference, and then we have a lot of monkey noises in specific scenes, and one of them that I noticed was the scene where the dad, the weird family dad, is working out at the gym and clearly very worried about what's happening. I feel like the monkey references have to be about something. And on the one hand, I see what they could be doing with the credit scenes, kind of portraying the monkeys as invaders of the resort, where in the original art style they are protectors. We have references to the monkey brain, which is supposed to be like very stressed, always running, which is funny because the monkeys we see in the shots are always very calm. They're always very calm. But yeah, we have this reference to like the monkey brain being associated with stress. And then we have a monkey being associated with friend number 3, which within the conversation of the other 2 friends, we realize that she probably is very stressed because she was waiting for this promotion that never happened. She had a messy divorce. Her kid is not doing well at school, so she must be stressed. And then we hear monkey noises while the dad from the weird family is working out and very obviously stressing about this criminal investigation that is going to happen against him. So I feel like if we take it just with this meaning for now, that the references to monkeys and to the monkey brain and to monkey noises could be references to stress, to, you know, Western society stress, where people are always running, always worrying about something. And if we pair that with the art style at the beginning, it could mean like monkeys invading the resort, which is basically just the outside stressful forces invading the resort and trying to attack these people's relaxed vacations. I feel okay with this interpretation for now. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but let's see in what ways the show uses the references to monkeys in the future. And I'm also curious, like, monkeys are not that stressed, are they? Are they always frantic? Because when I think about a monkey being like stressed or frenzied, I think about a monkey who is maybe in a circus or in a zoo being exploited by people, because the monkeys that we see in the jungle are pretty chill vibes. So in my mind, I'm thinking, is this another layer of like symbolism, or just trying to explore these themes where we associate the monkey brain to the stressed brain because people with money have exploited monkeys and make them stressed and frenzied for entertainment. But in reality, the monkey brain, as we see it in the monkeys in the show, the proper animals in the show, is very relaxed. Am I going too far? Am I thinking too much into this? Maybe. Anyway, tell me what you think, and I will keep an eye out for references in the show that could be correlated to the introduction, to the credit scene. I will keep my eye out on monkey references and noises and stuff like that. I will just be having so much fun with this season. Just the weird family alone is so entertaining. That Karen mother, Jesus. If that actress does not get an award for this performance. Anyway, see you guys Wednesday, probably. Bye.